Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the Boo That Man segment.
There's no booing, there's no booing!
What do you want? Not what, slimeball?
Who that? Who that? They do that, do that.
That one.
It's time to Boo That Man.
Boo. Here's your boo. Anyway, boo this. Now.
Welcome to another edition of the Boo That Man segment on the P&K podcast. I am your host, Paul Marshall, and today's recipient of the Boo That Man is Dallas cornerback Mo Claiborne. Now, before I paint the picture and exactly pinpoint and lay out why Mo Claiborne is getting the Boo That Man, I'm just confused. To further prove the point that you should be a starter for your team, is walking out in an angry fashion the best way to really say, you know what? You guys made the right call. Help me out here. Am I missing something?
I believe if you're a professional athlete, you stay loyal to your team as loyal as the contract that you signed in the beginning of your career. Just that simple.
Now, for those of you just hearing this and wondering, who on earth is Mo Claiborne? Let me give you a little contextual information. Mo Claiborne, a cornerback for the Dallas Cowboys, was the sixth overall pick in the 2012 NFL Draft by the Dallas Cowboys. He came out of LSU, where he was the Defensive Player of the Year. He was a Jim Thorpe Award winner, and he was also an SEC champion in 2011. He racked all those awards collegiately in the same year. Now, it must also be noted that coming out of college, that he clearly established himself as the top cornerback going into the 2012 NFL Draft, and the Dallas Cowboys, in fact, traded up to get him. They traded up to get Mo Claiborne. Now, it must also be noted that, in addition to this story, the owner, GM, and sometimes head coach, Jerry Jones, he was recently on Dallas radio, and he said, quote, "Is he what we had hoped for at this point when we drafted him with the 6th overall pick? Giving up the 2nd round pick to go up to the 6th pick to get him? No, but he's going to be a good player." Now, with those comments, they probably weren't the most comforting, but hey, it's professional sports. You have to find it within yourself, the motivation to go out and play. But the real reason Mo Claiborne is getting the Boo That Man is that after the game, these were his quotes. Quote, "I stunk it up." He was also asked if a late interception against quarterback Austin Davis erased his previous struggles throughout the game. Here's what he said, his words. "It seemed to do that with everybody else, not in my eyes." He also said, "I'm ready to go learn from this tape and get better from it. Like I told the DBs, no matter what the outcome is, I can't go out and play like that. If we want to be the number 1 defense in the league on my end, I can't go out like that." So now I'm really confused. After the game, you owned up. You said, hey, if we're going to go out there, we're going to do what we do. We've got to play a lot better. I've got to play a lot better. I've got to lead by example. But then come practice time, a prime opportunity to show why you should be in that position again. You should get another shot. They say, you know what? We're going to go in a different direction. You leave the practices. In fact, you storm out the facility. I'm confused. Do you want the challenge of being the cornerback, or do you not want the challenge? Whatever it is, you got to make up your mind, because next week you guys play the New Orleans Saints, and I don't know if you've heard, they're pretty good, and they like to pass a lot. So whomever's going to be in that backfield, you better be ready. But please give this man the loudest boo around town for his confusion and for his inability to own up and brace up and be ready for another week of pads and an opportunity to win his job.
Boo this man!
Hey folks, thanks for listening to another installment of the P&K podcast. Don't forget, you can like, subscribe, comment, and share to the page. Okay, let's do this.